All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining the Prestige Maintenance announcement today about a new employee benefit program that we will be offering. I'm super excited. You all know I've been on this path and on this mission that was given to me by Jason and Rachel that I appreciate, to try to offer as many benefits that we can for employees that are joining our family and becoming part of the Prestige family. And today I'm super excited to announce that we will have a new benefit that we'll be able to offer to our employees. And so the person that is going to cover that benefit and the person that's going to give us the details of it is no other than Monty. And Monty is the person that I have been working with for the last couple of weeks to get this landed. And I'm super excited for him to share this wonderful news with everyone. So Monty, without further ado, I'll let you take over.
All right. Thank you, Otis. Thank you, Rachel. Such an honor to get to talk to you all today. Prestige Maintenance is a really special company. I've done my research on them. I know about Alex and Marie, how they started cleaning facilities themselves. You know, y'all do such a good job of putting that story out there. And Rachel's the one that was actually referred to me by a good friend of hers. And he said, she's a really special lady. She's a killer in business. She cares about her people. She's going to want to put this program into the company to help all of her team. So then I got introduced to Otis, learned a lot about him. We were even joking this morning about all the things we have in common. What I didn't know until I was reading on his website is all about his cooking skills. He has not shared that with me nor offered to cook me anything. So I'm a little bit mad at him right now, but I am joined here today by Angel Perron. He's on here. He's going to do the Spanish side. He's on my team and fully bilingual. So we're going to be able to help people in English and Spanish. We run branches for Cross Country Mortgage. We're based in Ohio. I live in Dallas. I have a branch in Dallas, Houston, Phoenix, but we've got them within our region all over the nation. We'll handle everything out of our Dallas branch. And this program that I'm going to show you today, I've put into many companies. We've done it with Chick-fil-A, we've done it with Baylor Scott and White, and we've done it with some private schools, but you are the very first in your industry to do this. So I'm really excited that we're going to get to do it with you. And I will say you're the only company that the people department, the HR department, cares so deeply to communicate via text and things like this to let us explain how to build wealth, how to buy a house and save money. So thank you for being a leader in that. I'm going to share my screen for a few things and show you what it looks like. The bottom line benefit of this is when you're buying a house or financing, can you all see that? Yeah, there we go. There's your landing page. We're waiving 100% of the lender fees. We're paying for the appraisal. We are giving you a credit for the credit report and for the flood certification. So it's 5 things. But what you need to know is it's $2,700. That's off of closing. On average, that's about 30 to 40% of what a person pays in closing costs if you really look at what are the costs of buying a house or refinancing. So as a Prestige Maintenance USA employee or family member, we scroll down and see the very bottom here, it says savings also available to family. So I don't care if your brother in Wisconsin wants to tap into this and he's buying a house, great, we'll honor it. So we're going to waive that just as a thank you. The catch, if you say, well, what's the catch to this? What do you get out of this? We still make money. We're still doing loans. We're the largest privately owned mortgage company in the nation. So we're really big. We go really fast. And for us, we're at the stage where we want our name out to more people. And to do that, we're willing to follow Zig Ziglar's model of helping up other people get what they want. And that'll help us get what we want, our name out to people and to give back. We're super blessed. We want to bless other people. So this is all 50 states. It's $2,700 when you add it all up in the credit that you'd get when you're buying a house. This is your landing page, which we will send you out the link to that. Let me scroll down on it a little bit for you. If y'all have a great company photo or something, I'll put it as the background here if you want it to be there. But there's a little bit of a bio there just about me, my background, why I got into this, why I care so much. I want to be the Ritz-Carlton of the mortgage industry. I want to give that level of service. You can see here it's for every loan type. So we're not excluding anybody. There's no limit to how big you can go or how small you can go. We're happy to help anybody. And this is all just the process of what it is to get a house. So none of that really matters to you. It's mainly that you have a dedicated page and a dedicated phone number, that 844 number. You could click on it and call from your desktop, or you can call it on your cell phone. The apply now will just take you to my application. I'll need you to then send us an email or send a message just saying I'm Prestige Maintenance USA, if that's not your actual employer or if it's your family member doing it. But that's really the benefit. We've got some flyers that we're going to send out too, so that you've got those. Maybe we can post them up in the break rooms. That's what that looks like. It's what it is. It's what it says it is. It's just a discount when you're buying a house. You're going to buy a house anyway. We don't mark up any rates. In fact, we have no middlemen, so that's nice. We have our own money. We do also have about 70 banks that come to us and want us to show their products on top of our products. So you don't have to shop around. We have options from Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, Citibank, US Bank, Goldman Sachs, and then a bunch of others you've never heard of that are just niche products. So where there's a will, there's a way. We're going to get everybody into a home eventually. It might take a little bit. We'll work with you on your credit. Whatever we need to do, we're going to do it. But that just goes over it. Now, if you're catching the fact that that says $2,198 and you say, I thought you said $2,700, it is. We have to show a national average on this for what appraisals cost, what processing fees cost, what underwriting fees cost. But within us, we're giving you better than that, even just because I get the say in that. I'm the branch manager, I run the offices, and so we can do that for you. It's going to be better. I want to, in the little bit of time here, run through another presentation, just a few slides on it, because I think it'll help people as you're thinking, well, rates are super high right now. Isn't it a bad time to buy? It's really not a bad time to buy. And let me show you why I believe that. We can do this as a separate webinar too and go through more of it. It's a bigger presentation that I can teach in 30 to 45 minutes if people want to dive into it. What I would tell you though is the best thing for you to do is to send me a message, an email, which is monty.felts@ccm.com, monty.felts@ccm.com, or just go to your Prestige Maintenance USA link and say apply now, or call that phone number and call me. It'll be dedicated. We know it's one of the employees calling in. And let me know your situation. What are you looking to do? How much do you make? What's your credit score? Let us build something specific to you, because this is generic. What I'm going to show you is just kind of a generic idea of why does it make sense to still buy. So I should have flipped over to that so you would see it. Those are our office emails. I just gave you my personal email so you would have it, but that does go to my whole team, and that's my website there. So when we do this, we'll run through different loan programs, what credit is, how that works. Part of what I wanted to do when I talked to Rachel and Otis was educate and help and teach and give to you what people gave to me in knowing I know my industry. I know how to get you in a better financial position, to get you into debt, but get you out of debt. So I would love to do that. For today, what I want to show you, a few things. One, I don't know if you know this, but people that own a home have on average 40 times the net worth that people that rent have. So it really is better to buy. The hard thing is right now you would probably think, let me go down to here and show you, you would think that it was not a good time because of interest rates being high. We picked Dallas for the example here. I know some of you are not in Dallas. This is my county, Denton County. We picked that one to show you a $450,000 house. What would that look like if it appreciated at the rate that houses have been appreciating at? Actually, it's a little bit lower. It's 3.8%. We expect by the end of the year, home values to be up by 5 or 6%. Today alone, rates got way better with the market turning. Inflation is going the way we want it to go. And so it's finally breaking through and we're seeing some positive signs. We can talk more about that if you want to know theories on when are rates going down, how much will they go down, but we're going to assume here they're still staying high. A 5-year gain, what this person would have buying a $450,000 house if they just bought it would be about $93,000. That's how much they would gain in that equity as that happened. I'm going through these a little bit quick, but I can send this to you if anybody wants to have it, or I can walk you through it on your personal numbers and change it here. The difference in rent over a 9-year period and buying over that 9-year period is what we want to show right here. The payment is lower when you look at what rent values are doing. If any of you are renting, you'll probably know your landlord is changing the rent over the past few years. So by the end of this, when you take into account even all the realtor fees and commissions of selling your home 9 years from now, all those things, you still appreciated $114,000 more. The amortization that you paid was $54,000 more. So your net gain by buying the home is $110,000. It's really dramatic instead of renting and you paid the same thing or less. So I'm running through this really quick, so I want to leave time for questions at the end here. Again, I wanted to stress to you, we're all 50 states, so we can do this anywhere. This is special for you. The obvious question is, what do I do next? What if I'm looking to buy a house? What if I know somebody's looking to buy a house? You really have two options. When you're doing that, you can, go home, turn on Netflix, watch a movie, forget that this ever happened, pretend that you know more and just whatever. Or you could set up a time to just talk about it, run through your numbers and see if that makes sense to you, that this would be in your best interest. So if you chose option B, if you said, yep, I want to do that, then what we've done with Prestige Maintenance USA is we've thrown that credit in there. So that is about $2,700. We said of that $4,000, the $4,000 we said is when you consider the fact that most of the realtors we work with, we choose, handpick really, really great realtors. Doesn't mean you can't work with another one. You can if you want to, but we handpick ones in different cities that we know do really, really good and give that same level of service. And so by doing that, we know they'll also give you back some benefits of doing that, like the home warranty, or even getting you out of your lease, and even if you think, well, it's not possible. So that really is that presentation. I want to show you one other thing that's just kind of cool on what is the cost of waiting right now. This is the biggest question I get right now in my industry is, I think we're just going to wait till rates go down. So, okay, cool. If we took a $475,000 house and we said rates were at 6.75, which is roughly where they are today, and you went ahead and bought it now, with a 10% down payment, this is what that would look like. Your monthly principal and interest would be $2,700, $2,772 and 76 cents. If you waited a year and we got that really far down, if things appreciated at, we said 3.8, it's really more like 7.82. The other example was 3, but if we want to be honest about where it really is right now, 7.82 is the average year over year of what we're seeing. So by doing that, even if rates drop dramatically, you're still going to be better off by buying now than waiting. And what's shocking is it's $153,000 better to do it, to not wait until it goes up 7% next year. That's what we think by next summer. Home values that were at 475 will be about 512. That's what you'd have to offer to buy a house then. Your down payment, sorry, I need to bump that up. I was doing it earlier for somebody with, so it's 96,000, sorry. I do this live for people all the time, so check me if I'm wrong here, but still $96,000 difference if we compare that to what it's going to be next year. So that 7.82, it is the appreciation rate, but it's also where we were seeing rates at the highest point. So if we go down to, let's say next year they drop from 6.75 to 4.75, they're not going to drop that fast, I don't think. So if they do that, then, even when you waited a whole year, it's still 56. It was 96 if rates don't change. So you were way better off, or if they went back up to the worst case scenario, you were still better off. But it's still 56,000 if you refinance next year at a 4.75. So again, I ran through that really, really fast. I know it was probably too much, but I wanted it to be in the presentation, so at least you could see, I've got a tool, you can customize it, we can look at it for your exact home value, your down payment. What do you think rates will drop to? I can tell you what we think they'll drop to in a year. We can go even more aggressive if you want to and say, what's that going to look like? So that's the overview of what I wanted to tell you. You get a big credit. We'll customize things for y'all. We want to go deep with you. We really, really want to help you, all because Otis and Rachel and the team at Prestige care about you, and they want to be a leader in benefits and helping you with real things in your life, like buying a house, or when rates do go down, refinancing it, which we'll do with that same discount. So if you bought it now, you'd get that 2,700, and when you refinance, you get that 2,700. So it would be pretty cheap. I'm going to open it up to questions now. Otis, do you want to facilitate that?
Yep. Hey, if anyone has any questions that they would like to ask, please just unmute your phone and go ahead and ask. As you are doing that, one thing I do want to keep in mind, this program, if you do use it, or anyone in your family can use it, I want you to keep in mind this is between you and Monty's and cross country. This is not anything that comes back to Prestige. So it is not any, that information is just like you going and you working with someone on your own solely. They are not sharing any information with us. We're not asking for any information with them, and vice versa. So I don't want anyone, as you start thinking through this, is there anything, any of that information coming back to your employer, which is us at Prestige? And it's not. This is just a benefit that we're offering where you have a one-on-one relationship with someone and gets to benefit from the credit that the company offering to Prestige employees. Any questions? Okay. So then I'm going to turn, so if there's no questions, or even as y'all are maybe thinking of questions, again, just unmute your phone. I'm going to turn it over to Rachel and let Rachel say a couple words to everyone. And then if you got any questions, just say something. I'll be looking, Rachel. But here is Rachel.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, Monty. I appreciate you introducing this new benefit. I know this has been in the works for probably a couple of months now. And so I'm excited that we're able to bring this now to our broader team. And I know you and your team have been doing some work to get it off the ground for us. So I really appreciate that. And thanks for walking through those examples. I know it was really fast, but I hope that you guys got a sense for just the work that Monty and his team can do and provide you some of those kinds of services. As you were going through that, because it's been a while since we met, I couldn't remember if it applied to refinance. So that was going to be my question. Does it apply to refinance? And so you answered the one question that I had. So appreciate that. And then Otis, I believe we're also going to go into be able to present this in a Spanish version as well. So that I think will be helpful so that we can share this very broadly, because everybody is eligible for this benefit. I think that's something that we're really focused on, is how can we make sure that we're offering value and benefits to our employees, and it's not just a certain carve out of employees. Hope you guys are seeing that. We're really trying to bring benefits down to our frontline level. So I'm glad we're recording this today, and then we'll have a Spanish version as well.
Rachel, so I'll also say we're the only company I know of that has a fully Spanish loan application. Most companies just take your application over the phone in English. And so somebody like Angel has to translate everything, but we now have the first ever fully Spanish loan application. It's the benefit of being the biggest company. You can go be the leader in things like that.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for sharing that, Monty.
All right, I only had one question I think came in, and someone's requesting a packet. And so 3 ways that I think you share with them that they can request a packet, Monty. You said they can call, if I'm not mistaken, they can call on the number. We're going to send the link out immediately after this with the link to our own Prestige landing page. And C, they can email, correct?
Yes, and I will put my email here in the chat. so that you've got my direct email. If you want to send me one, say I was on this call or I know somebody that is going to benefit from this, that's my email address. I'll even give you all my cell phone number now that we're super close. We're all friends. That's my cell phone number. You can text it. I don't mind. I'm just like y'all. I'm just a normal guy, and I really want to help you. And I think if you will take action, then we'll be able to have those success stories where we can tell other people it really did make a difference. I learned a lot that I didn't even know was possible. So that would be great.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.
Wonderful.